Is everything still going?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
All right. Welcome back to the Two Top Podcast, still video version. For all you know, it might be 5 seconds after. We're still wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, that's a thing we need to consider.
Yeah.
About fooling. I mean, creating the best content.
Creating the best illusion possible. But as always, with our podcasts, we have topics.
We have two of them.
We have two of them today. Oh, do you smell that?
No.
Something smells really good in this space right now. I
thought you were gonna say bad. And I was
I was
worried it was me.
Something burning? No, something's like.
I thought it was our lighting over there on my
cooking
camera.
Real good.
Yeah, I smell it.
Yeah, it's like.
It's been gradual though.
It's like chicken pot. Like
yeah, it's a
Parmesan.
chicken dish or something.
Yeah. Anyway,
pot pie.
Podcast,
not
topics.
food.
Well,
is it a food related topic?
It can be. Let me see if I can swing this. So food's delicious.
I'm getting it more and more now.
Yeah, now I can think about it. It's really going right through the vents.
Go ahead, get into it so we can get some dinner.
I'm a big fan of history.
Food?
Big fan of
food history.
Food history, fun. I eat food, and so many stories get lost in time. If you're not famous or if you're not the winner of a contest, you kind of get tossed to the wayside. You kind of become forgotten. But others share the same idea as me, I'd like to think, and they've been doing something fantastic. And you know exactly what it is. It's a time capsule.
Time capsules are cool. I just watched the Parks and Rec episode with their time capsule. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I love Parks and Rec.
The guy wants Twilight in it. Anyway, carry on. Time capsules. Teach me. Tell me the history of the time capsule.
So the history of the time capsule is really vague because no one records when they put a time capsule in the ground. They record when they take it out.
Yeah.
So the oldest time capsule we know is from 1777 in Burgos, Spain. The wooden statue of Jesus Christ was hidden inside of a capsule along with documents of the economics, political, and cultural information of the time. And it was written by the chaplain of the cathedral of the town.
Oh, interesting. Not the time capsule that we picture, but
similar at the same time because it contains information of a previous era.
Yes. Okay, and that's the idea of the time capsule.
Yes, the time capsule is created in the intention of being opened in later years to give in a sense, a snapshot of a previous time. So we even send time capsules, people bury them, but they kind of started around, no one writes, I dropped my time capsule in the ground today. It will be the first time.
Today is our time capsule.
No, you put that in the time capsule. So there might be older time capsules than what we've found so far, but right now the oldest one we know is 1777.
Wow.
But people have laid them with the intention of being opened 100 years later. A lot of them during the Revolutionary War. Paul Revere, there's a time capsule by the Adams family, John Adams, Quincy Adams. And there's actually there's a town hall nearby, you can find it on YouTube, that they had a 100-year celebration that when they created their courthouse, they put a time capsule in. And then 2 years ago, they cut open the base of the time capsule.
Ooh.
That was supposed to be open 100 years later, and they knocked out the time capsule.
Wow.
So we try to leave our mark on history, not only on Earth, but also in space. We've sent time capsules to space.
I can think of one that has a song on it. There's one that carries a song, and people were asked what song represents our Earth or something. Tell me.
That would be probably one of the Voyager Golden Records.
Yes, exactly. That's it. Do
Do
you know what song it was? It's gonna bother me. I gotta look it up. Carry on.
I forget the song, but there's currently 4 time capsules that are in a sense buried in space. There's the Pioneer plaques on the 2 Pioneer space probes and the 2 Voyager records that have been attached to the Voyagers. Now they've been put on to, in case for some reason someone comes across these plaques, they can understand what it was. And a 5th time capsule is actually being developed right now for the KEO satellite, which is scheduled to launch rather soon.
Wow.
So this most recent time capsule, it will actually carry individual messages from the Earth's inhabitants addressing to Earthlings around the year of 52,000. Like, okay, let me explain. So, Earth, we have sent a message into space, and the reason is it's expected to return it back to Earth in 50,000 years.
50, okay.
So we're talking to ourselves 50,000 years from now.
Wow.
So that's pretty long time capsule.
50,000 years.
So I wanted to ask, have you ever done a time capsule?
Well, I've done some digging in my backyard, and I've hidden some things. No, not in the sense that we're talking about where we want to preserve an era. Not necessarily preserve, but collect an era, go to the future, bring it back to that era with the remnants inside. I have never done anything. We should do a two-top time capsule.
I was thinking when I was doing research for this.
Two-top time capsule.
We should do a two-top time capsule.
That's a special.
That is a special.
Wow.
Maybe
we could put our audio in there.
Yeah, we could put an episode
in what
on an
form?
SD
So immediately when you said the golden records, they were records.
Yeah.
As in vinyl records with the etching of the frequencies.
Should we put it on a
USB
SD card? What would still be readable?
Something magnetic, because I feel like the aliens are rocking some crazy magnetic, like, Jujat technology. I don't know. Whatever.
But think, records are almost a physical like use of it.
Oh yeah. Tangible.
Probably not a cassette.
No.
SD card is too niche.
Be flimsy. It moves. We talked about that.
I think a USB.
A CD-ROM. Not a ROM, a compact disc.
A compact disc would work. I think a flash drive.
It looks like a saucer. How cool is that? Is that perfect or what? Is that perfect?
I think that would work. Why not? But hey, maybe we'll make a time capsule.
We need to, because I really want to, because I never have in my childhood. I know a lot of schools do that for their grades, and then when they graduate, they'll like release them. I think that's really cool.
I think I think we should.
If I was a teacher, I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna cement them in the ground, and we're gonna get kids with jackhammers, and
we'll bury it in the woods.
Yeah, and then they have to go in the woods at night to undo it. I looked up the golden records, the Voyager golden records. There's not only music on there, but it's also like "Hello from the Children of Planet Earth" and audio recording in English. There's other languages. There's a whole bunch of music selection. Blind Willie Johnson, Chuck Berry, Mozart, Beethoven, stuff that you would think of, I
wanted to take a second here and talk about the Voyager plates. Now, the Voyager plates were records that were sent off on the Voyager missions, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, and on them they held music and imagery and sounds and voices of the people of Earth. If you were to give this to an alien civilization who's never interacted with a human or never seen a golden disc in their life, on the reverse side, there are instructions on how to play the disc. The most important part of this disc is in the bottom right. There it shows two hydrogen atoms in parallel with one another. When they're in this state, they create radiation every million seconds. Now, that million second, though, is the key for this whole example. So what they do is, moving to the top left of the disk, there is binary, showing ones and zeros, creating out a large string of numbers, which, when multiplied by the amount of time it takes for the two hydrogen atoms to create radiation, equal how many seconds the disk would need to be played in order to create sound. 3.5. Now, on the other side of the disk, they show how to take signal waves and turn them into images. And by doing this, the first image is shown so they can understand that they are doing it correctly. Now, the last thing on this disk is a map of our universe, showing the distances from the sun to all the planets in our solar system. Now, hopefully, if any aliens were to find this disk, they would be able to understand what we are saying, and hopefully they say something back. Now, here's Carl Sagan in his closing words on the Voyager Golden Records.
Perhaps the aliens would have no difficulty understanding what is encoded on these golden records. Perhaps they would recognize the tentativeness of our society, the mismatch between our technology and our wisdom. Have we destroyed ourselves since launching Voyager, they might wonder? Or have we gone on to greater things? Or perhaps the records will never be intercepted. Perhaps no one in 5 billion years will ever come upon them. 5 billion years is a long time. In 5 billion years, all humans will have become extinct or evolved into other beings. None of our artifacts will have survived on Earth. The continents will have become unrecognizably altered or destroyed. And the evolution of the sun will have burned the Earth to a crisp or reduced it to a whirl of atoms. And far from home, untouched by these remote events, the Voyagers, bearing the memories of a world that is no more, will fly on.
I'll link the full video below, but it's definitely something you should check out in your free time. Now back to Two Top. So yeah, that was a little bit about the Voyager time capsule, and well, that's what I have for time capsules. I think we should go place one in the ground.
Absolutely.
And we'll record a special for you guys. How about that?
And you guys can vote what you guys want in our time capsule. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll do a poll on our Twitter.
Pretty much everyone who replies is going to get something in there, I bet.
Yes.
I bet you.
But, Matt, what do you have for me this week?
Thomas, when I walked in your house, what did I say? I was moving next week, right? What did I say I needed?
You need a mattress.
I needed a mattress. What is the history of mattresses? We're on one all the time. You spend how much of your life sleeping? What is a third of your life or something like that? That's crazy. You know what? So today I wanted to really dig into the history of mattresses because, it's something so important in your life.
And it's changing over time. I mean, look, these days with newfangled Tempur-Pedics, but I'm sure you have that all in your notes.
There's technology that we're going to get to. But first, we have to talk about the best technology. We're talking about the Neolithic period technology. We're talking dirt, straw, dust, sacks, whatever they could to get them elevated. Okay, so the word mattress, it derives from the Arabic term matra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Matra.
I think that's pretty close.
Okay, so it means something thrown down. Makes sense, right? Or a place where something is thrown down. So it's kind of like your mattress area, your space. It's your space where you throw down or your space of throwing something down to sleep on. I can't tell. We can ask the ancient civilizations, but I don't think they get back.
Maybe
to
they
us.
left a time capsule about it.
Okay. During the Crusades, Europeans adopted the Arabic method of sleeping on cushions on the floor. So the Arab culture kind of was the first to this. And you can kind of picture it. They would eat on cushions and everything.
They lived in luxury.
It was a luxurious lifestyle.
Even before the oil showed up.
Exactly. So it eventually transferred to Middle English through the Romance languages, and we know it's called mattress, and it dates the very first use of the term refers to 77,000 years ago. Very old. And that puts us at the Neolithic period. So the mattress and bed are invented. All of my mattress information comes from this brilliant website called Mattress Mart Canada.
If Mattress Mart, right?
Mattress Mart.
Well, if they wanted to go through all the time and effort to find out how a mattress, like the history of a mattress, go them.
Yeah, they sell mattresses, but they also sell the history, which is a very unique thing to do.
So sweet.
So anyway, the first mattresses were probably consisting of leaves, grass, possibly straw, and animal skins over it. A very rudimentary native form to sleep on.
Right.
Comfortable. You go to museums and you see kind of pads, sleeping cots, and they kind of look like that.
Sounds cozy.
Fast forward, 3600 BC. Beds made of goat skin filled with water in Persia.
Water beds in Persia already?
Now, reading the history, water beds came up a whole lot, and it was very weird because we don't see many water beds today. That's kind of like a disco era, I picture. Like, oh, I got a water bed. Yeah.
I have slept on a water bed before.
Where? Who had it? Where was it? When?
Family friend of ours in Belgium has a water bed, and we
Wow.
were visiting them, and we slept on the water bed.
What was that like?
It's like sleeping on water. I don't know what to say.
Was it too soft? Could you add more?
You could add more water if you wanted more firmness.
Would it slosh around?
Yeah, it would.
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
That's a sensation I'm very curious about.
Now, the problem with a waterbed is you kind of live in a constant fear of poking a hole in your waterbed.
Yeah, is it a thick wall of cushion through it, or is it directly on water?
I don't know. I did not play around with
Yeah, I went.
I didn't mess around with it.
Not fight with fire, but fight with the water. You know?
So these people are making goat skins filled with water.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they're already doing water beds. You know, they realize that like boats rock. They're like, well, our bodies can rock on these beds, so they fill it with water. Plus, it's easy filling if you have water. Okay, 3400 BC. Egyptians sleep on palm boughs heaped in the corners of their homes. So kind of cushioning. They're looking at more like squishy layers, you know, kind of like springs, natural springs. Okay, 200 BC. Mattresses in ancient Rome consist of bags of cloth stuffed with reeds, hay, or wool. The wealthy can use feather stuffing. That's where we see the feathers, your goose down and everything come into. We still use it in pillows, but they used to use it in mattresses. Pretty good, right? Maybe a little itchy, feathers kind of sharp.
Yeah, that's a lot of feathers.
That's a heck of a lot of feathers.
They are itchy though.
Now,
I have
a feather pillow.
Yeah, I got it from my aunt when she moved.
Oh,
and I don't like sleeping on it because
sometimes
you feel like you're getting poked in the back of the head.
There's a goose. I'm sleeping on a goose.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, you said that's a lot of feathers. Mattress size wasn't always big. Mattresses were really small back in the day, up until, let's see. You know what? I have the innovation through, not until the 90s. The queen size mattress became America's most popular selling mattress. Before that, it was the twin.
Did you say 90s?
Like the 90s.
1990s?
Here it says 1999 was when the queen mattress started. Or I'm sorry, yeah, the queen mattress started outselling the twin for the first time ever, which is pretty cardful. Extra. So we're talking mattress size. So by the 90s, the twin mattress is no longer the top selling. Before that, people slept on twins. You know, couples were squeezing on twins. You know, it's tight. But and they were like, wow, we need more space. And this immediately made me think of what podcast?
The Candace and Casey.
Candace and Casey. They sleep on separate beds.
They are very unique people.
Very, very unique people.
Maybe very forward people about when it comes to marriage tactics.
Yeah, I haven't been listening up to the latest episode. I'm like halfway through all the episodes they have, and they're very good.
They are very good.
I love them. They really make me think. So that helped me think about mattresses. That was another reason mattresses were on my mind. Yeah, I want to go buy a mattress. I need to go buy one. I'm not going to buy a twin mattress. I'm going to buy the biggest mattress I can for the least amount of money. But you got to be careful with mattresses because they can be gross if they're used. They can be... Yeah, you don't want to buy a used mattress.
You don't want to buy a used mattress.
Hand me down.
I'd do a hand me down because of I know who it's interacted with. You know, a little bit more reliable.
Okay, let's take it back now. Back mid 18th century. We're going real back. They started using mattress covers. So they use quality linen. They use silk. They want it to be comfortable. They were using actual stuffing, kind of cotton fiber, wool, horsehair, fancy things. Mid 1800s, steel coil spring is invented, and it's first patented for use in chair seats. But they're like, wow, this is comfortable for your butt. Why not be comfortable for your whole body, you know?
The box spring.
Yeah, the box spring, you know. 1865, the first coil spring construction for bedding is patented. 1871, the German Heinrich Westphal invents the inner spring mattress. That's kind of what we know. He later died in poverty, never kind of earning the benefits from his invention, even though it's what we use today, the inner spring mattress. Well, so if you have a spring mattress.
Yeah. Not anymore. Wait.
Kind of sad.
I think it is sad.
He wasn't successful, and we all sleep on his design.
Well, not anymore. There's a large angry push to move to something else because box spring is bad for you.
Yeah, let's start talking about the other options. Obviously, we were talking about water beds. In 1895, water beds were being sold in catalogs in England. So that's the 1800s, end of the 1800s, that people are using water beds. So that's another alternative to like stuffing, or the springs, you know. So we have stuffed mattresses. We have a lot of mattresses using memory foam, different composite rubbers. Have you slept on a mattress that's like a Tempur-Pedic or anything?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. How's that feel? Is it superior? I know it's all preference because people like firm, people like soft. It all depends.
It's very firm.
Yeah.
But
memory foam is firm, It doesn't react well quickly, but it sinks in. As you can picture there's a commercial with the wine glass, someone jumping on the bed. That's true. I mean, maybe not to that extent. Maybe they really amplify how sturdy it is.
I do like Tempur-Pedic though when it's in a pillow, because you're kind of already laying into it, but you can't just jump onto a Tempur-Pedic bed because it's like hitting a solid object.
Yeah, you kind of bounce off it.
It's a weird Newtonian fluid.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So
all these alternative mattresses. Have you heard? Now, this is funny that we're on a podcast right now. Hi, we're on a podcast. A lot of sponsors recently have been mattresses. Have you heard any mattress commercials on podcasts that you listen to?
Casper.
Yeah, Casper's a big one.
There's another one called something.
Is Casper the purple one?
No, Purple is the purple one.
Oh, yeah, it's just called Purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Casper, and then there's another one. That's the one that rings a bell though.
Well, all these mattress companies are kind of like, wow, mattresses are important. People need to understand sleeping is something that everyone does. Obviously, maybe if you're a vampire, maybe not. But you can invest kind of money in a good mattress. And, if I had the money, I would get like a really nice mattress that I really like. I'd spend time trying to find a mattress if I had time and money. But it's important.
A mattress is something that if it's really nice, you can stick with it for a very long time.
Yeah, mattresses last a while. I have a semi-new mattress, but it's still like a handful of years old, and it still feels really good. So another alternative that I forgot to mention, air mattresses. People think of them as kind of like temporary mattresses that you take to like a sleepover or something. Or if you don't have an extra bed, you do that.
Lisa mattress.
Lisa. Yeah, that's what my sister was talking about. Lisa mattresses. Well, now we're pitching all these different brands here, but we're not sponsored or anything.
No, not sponsored. But hey, this could be your time. Come, Lisa.
Your name could be here.
Matt doesn't need to buy a new mattress. He should be sponsored by one.
I should test one of your mattresses and give a comprehensive review.
Matt Reviews.
Matt Review
Mondays.
So that's kind of where we're headed. I wanted to finish on talking about these new mattresses, but unfortunately, neither of us have the luxury of trying mattresses, like kind of flipping them out, going between mattresses.
No, I'm not heading to Mattress Warehouse,
Sleepy's. Is Sleepy's still a store?
Well, all the one Sleepy's I know, I think is still there.
I like Mattress Firm.
Mattress
That's funny
Firm's
because it's a play on where these like your mattress is like a law firm, but now it's my mattress firm. And it's firm.
Well,
support.
Matt, you'll be looking for a new mattress.
I hope next week I can purchase a new mattress for my new apartment. So,
are you gonna go box spring? Are you gonna go more of a memory foam?
Thomas, I'm in the market right now, and I got to do my research. I did my historical research. Now it's time to look at the best options. I'm more of a firm guy, but I've been told my mattress is pretty soft.
Oh, well, you'll just have to find out as time goes on.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I'll let you know how the mattress goes next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you'll hear about it because, as always, this podcast is a weekly done service. So
it's a service.
For now,
for pleasure.
I believe this is it for this week's episode.
Absolutely.
On the YouTube, another video episode for the masses. I don't know why I keep looking at this camera. He can't see me. He can only see you.
You can see that guy. I can see this guy. And that guy.
That guy.
Oh, this is going to be fun to edit.
Oh, it'll be a good time. But I hope you guys enjoy it for what it is. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
This was Two Top, an independently created and run podcast created by Thomas Lance and Matt Berg and produced by Thomas Lance. Two Top is currently a non-funded project recorded weekly. For general inquiries or feedback, contact us at twotoppodcast@gmail.com. Thanks, and join us next week for another Two Topics.